the beacons are, if they're complete, if I could have them. He has a small time frame to get these things completed. We'll need them before we go to this banquet of sorts.
Hang on. I'll give Delta back to you in just a second here.
All the shit you're doing behind my back, fam. All this shit.
I'm not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
It's not doing anything. What are you talking about? I'm busy doing. I'm getting a sandwich. Yep, going to get a sandwich.
Sure, okay.
So you're voxing me directly about that?
Yes, I want the 3 teleporting beacon devices.
I reply with that plan is inefficient. The better way to secure the dining hall is to focus my endeavors on setting up coordinates to teleport things in rather than things out.
Why would I want to teleport things in?
We could just teleport murder servitors into the room
I don't
and
want
give
to
them
kill them.
non-hostile targets so that people live.
I don't want to kill anyone.
Then
I
by
want
all
the
means,
rope.
we can program everybody in the room to count as non-hostile, and we can do it as intimidation.
Delta, I feel like you're giving me some fucking lip. Are you giving me binary lip here? Is that
No,
what's
I'm
going
merely
on?
remarking on efficiency. This is
Efficiency
the
always the way to
most
go.
statistically viable way to achieve our objective.
What
It
is
has
our
the highest percentage values of success.
You want to send in murder servitors into a banquet hall full of people?
Where there happens to be the planetary governor and 2 other rogue traders.
Yes.
Boom, bitch. Hey, Az.
Good roll.
That was my fate roll, Az.
We can either
Nice.
successfully intimidate them, or we can give them the simple choice of service or die. And that's the most assured way of getting their loyalty as swiftly as humanly possible.
They don't know that we have a teleportarium. If we could teleport
Exactly.
them onto the ship, we could just kill the 3 of them, and it would be the problem would be solved, and nobody would ever know.
Exactly.
Send
So I
murder
could,
servitors
for example,
down. Go ahead.
for example, I could set the first lot I send down to have non-hostile targets on all of the occupants, but have hostile targets on all the guards, for example. Have the murders first round go in and murder all the guards and make them feel helpless and in no position to reject us. And then a second wave, in case shit really goes down as a contingency, can be given more liberal hostile target designations.
You realize as soon as the rogue traders are able to get back to their ships, they're going to betray us.
That's why they're most likely going to say no to the offer of obey us or die.
Ah. Jesus, Delta's bloodthirsty, man. Regular terror.
Efficient is the word I prefer.
Yes, this is the simplest way. I wouldn't say it's the most efficient way, but it's definitely the simplest way of dealing with the problem. Just kill everyone.
I can stay my hand if you have more diplomatic ideas, but it's always good to have contingencies. I've learned that the Imperium likes to react violently.
So Tezaval has returned to the ship. Another 6 hours pass. No information is forthcoming.
Can I be spending that time arranging said contingency plans? Getting the appropriate info of who will be attending the dinner?
You may. You get this information fairly easily, although it's really just the highest profile people that you have information on. A lot of the lower ranking nobility don't really warrant being named to this dinner. The very low ranking nobility, that is. So you get some of this information. More hours pass. More time goes on. You are contacted, Delta, by a tech priest down in the world who asks how your plan for increasing efficiency and automation is coming.
Lovely. I would say that I am in the process of designing blueprints to mass fabricate the parts required, taking pieces from STCs that are in our possession.
All right. So you let him know that. More hours pass. At this point, a good full day has passed. You guys have
Yeah.
probably gone to bed and woke up in the morning with the intention of, okay, this is the day they're going to be here, and nope, no word.
Who's going to be here?
The rogue traders. Like the idea would be, hey, maybe it's going to be today. That's went all the way through the night, slept, woke up in the morning. Okay, maybe they'll be here. Maybe the rogue
Well,
traders
he
will
he
decide
didn't
to
plan a
come
specific
on
day.
down.
What is this? Is this like waiting for the
Well,
UPS man?
It depends on how reaching the rogue traders is going, because they might not even be on planet.
Oh, they're almost certainly not on planet.
Okay.
So we need to wait for. Do they have a astropath? Not astropath. Acquire. Yeah, astropath acquire. That one.
Yes, they do. They
Is there
cannot
any news on that?
There is no news. I'm assuming you guys radio down, try to figure out what's going on, and as you do, you realize that nope, they've said, okay, we've sent off the messages to both Lord Winterscale and Lady Aspis, and neither one has responded yet. Which isn't terribly out of the realm of possibilities, just because you're so far out in the or in the galaxy that the warp is fairly turbulent out here, as was shown by your recent warp transit. And so it might be difficult to get some messages where you want them to go for sure, and might take a little longer than it would normally take.
That can just give me some time to also make the thing to increase the population efficiency.
All right. So go ahead and roll me. Now, do you want to just make basic servitors, or are you thinking like your original job kind of thing?
Monotask servitor, so they're programmed to do the mining for them or operate the machinery.
Okay. That's fairly simple. Let's do. What is Technomat?
Technomat is the reparation and maintenance of armor. That's the passive one, and trade armor is the fabrication of.
That's of armor. So what
Yeah.
skill do you have other than, say, tech use for creating servitors?
Another skill that would be appropriate would be Medicae. But I don't possess that.
You don't
So
have that, yeah.
that's why I'm doing things to get that faster.
So let's do. Okay, if you wanted to try to make something, I would let you make a Forbidden Lore Archaeotech at a
Well,
minus. Sorry, we're doing.
just
Go ahead.
I just want to explain my idea a little bit more.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what I'm wanting to do is make fabricating technology to fabricate the right sort of, basically low quality cortex implants to servitor people, and then I can probably negotiate with some medical stuff on the planet to help me start implanting that and oversee that,
Blood. Are you okay?
and
Yeah,
also learn.
fine.
Okay. You bored?
A little bit.
A little bit? All right. I don't know exactly what I could have you do until these rogue traders show up, hopefully soon. What is it going to be
We can get
fun?
them on general information gathering or things like that, milling
Yeah.
about the populace.
So
asking
there's every
questions.
chance that these rogue traders are gonna stand you up for a while.
Can we fast forward this?
Well, I mean, you could fast forward it, but you don't necessarily know when they're gonna be here. Are you just gonna literally sit in your ship for 2 weeks?
2 weeks isn't that long.
Yeah, it's a
True.
nice holiday.
Yeah.
Bit of relaxation time, otherwise known as working.
Right. Okay, so your plan is to make STC kind of things to fabricate these wafer chips.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I
Basic.
mean, that's very specific technology that isn't really made per se. It's just like most things in the Imperium used and maintained, right?
Somewhat. If one applies bits of other STCs that they've seen before, it's considered sacrosanct within the Imperium to fabricate your own STCs and things like that. But if you're claiming that they're taken from other STCs and cobbled together, then it's more acceptable. It's a real nebulous web of what's actually main tech and what's not.
So let's have you make an Archaeotech, Forbidden Lore Archaeotech. This is going to be without your unnatural intelligence.
Common law or forbidden law?
Forbidden Lore Archaeotech.
Yep. Oh, sorry, it rolled a 63.
Okay, which is above your check, right?
Yes,
You're telling
1.7.
actually.
Yes, because I got Chaotech twice during creation.
God. Okay. Well, you are able to do it. You are able to make this thing. However, you will probably need to get some Medicaid knowledge to really understand how to implant it.
Yeah,
But
that's why I pitch
you've
it to the
made-
doctors, and they help me achieve that part of the
Right.
process. And then I learn
So
off of them.
you've made
Sharing
you've made the wafer chip manufacturing stations, and you're able to produce those on the ship and get them sent down to the planet to start making these things.
Beautiful.
Since blood is
I don't send it down yet.
since blood is bored, I do have my fighting pit. Would you like to fight someone, Blood?
Nah, I'll just
There's
wait
an
for
idea.
something to happen.
I was gonna put you in
Well-
there with Ricard. He ain't got nothing to do either.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah. Fist
Let
fight.
off some steam.
Yeah, blow off
Hey.
some steam.
He'd still lose. Ricard would probably kill him.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna make sure that Ricard had no. Ricard can only headbutt him. That's it.
You can fight a bunch of servitors.
Nah, I'm good. Just go on.
All right.
Well, okay, so
It'll get good
don't-
here in a bit.
yeah, well, okay. Let me think for a second here.
If they don't show up, they don't show up. But if you don't want them to show up, that's up to you.
All right. After about a week of waiting, so you guys can do as you wish for that week, Viorlas, you can have been training with your jetpack, although it's going to be very difficult and take quite a while. But I will have you make your first pilot test in this week.
Could I be assisting him with that in this time?
Yeah, absolutely. After a
So-
week of waiting, we'll have Viorlas go ahead and make his first pilot test. You'll be assisting him. The STCs for the wafers will go down to the planet and have even begun to be implemented at this point. If you want to
Okay.
do that.
I wanted to discuss with John about the price at which we're going to demand this, because it's far more valuable than what we originally stated. What I'm suggesting is we control the influx of these chips, and monitor them until we reach the exact 5% efficiency, and then after that point we then negotiate for a higher price when they see how efficient I can make my efficiency. That works.
All right, so that's not a bad idea. Okay, so you're going to negotiate with John about that, but we can quibble about price
Yeah.
later. So after quibbling about price, the wafer chip manufacturing stations go down to the planet, and they've even begun to be implemented a few select less efficient individuals who tended to need quite a bit more of the crystal methite to deal with it.
I do pitch to the. Do I get knowledge about the drug trade?
No,
Oh yeah,
not
McGriff was
really.
with them when they were talking
I mean,
about.
you have knowledge of it in as much as you heard about it, but it's so illogical, these people who are doing the drugs. I mean, you get the whole low stick concept, you've got that down, but these people seem to have a totally different reaction to it, which is very odd.
Okay.
Again, as a tech priest, it may not be really something on your radar.
Okay.